What if I told you that there are two positions that have the power to completely change those intimate moments? It's not just about technique, it's about connection and presence. In this video, I'll show you how a few small adjustments can bring you much more pleasure and satisfaction. You and your partner, both over 50, are looking for ways to revitalize your relationship because your routine may have made things a little dull, which can affect your connection as a couple. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, so we can reach more people and improve our content. If you enjoy the topic, let me tell you about something that happened to me and my partner a while ago. You know, everything in our intimate life felt kind of dull. Have you ever felt that way? Do you think that nothing keeps you and your partner excited and passionate? One day, without any planning, we decided to approach things differently before we got to the fun part. We focused on getting back together, looked into each other's eyes, gave each other slow kisses, and discussed deeper topics. Everything altered physically and emotionally after that, becoming more intense and unique, like rekindling a flame that had appeared extinguished for a while. I realized that for many women, especially mature women, the important part isn't just physical, it's how present and connected we are in the moment. And it's not just me saying that a Harvard University study showed that a strong emotional connection before enduring intimacy greatly enhances the pleasure for both partners. So it's not just the body that matters, it's also how each person feels. If you want to know how two simple positions can improve your intimate life, stay tuned. I'll give you some practical tips based on studies and real experiences, so you and your partner can feel more connected and attracted to each other. Oh, and by the way, my name is Laura. If this is your first time seeing me, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Let's dive in. Number 1. The connection that keeps the passion alive. This emotional connection is what makes the flame of passion burn. Especially as we grow older, many women, especially those over 50, say that what really matters is how they feel around their partner. It's not just the physical act that counts, but the connection between the two. Research shows that most women value emotional connection much more than the physical part. So the key to reigniting being physically near your spouse is insufficient to evoke passion. You also need to feel a profound and sincere connection. Before a private moment, here's a tip. When my partner and I decided to take a break from our usual routine, we focused on having fun and lovingly touching each other instead of diving right in. At the end, the connection we created made everything more intense and special. If you want to spark passion, small things make a big difference. Talk about something fun, give her a gentle caress, and look into her eyes. This may seem simple, but it has the potential to transform the power of spooning. It's the little things that matter, strengthening your connection before you reach number 2 and leading to a fulfilling and satisfying sexual life. I've made the digital book Rediscovering Intimacy Healthy Sexuality After 60 available. It contains inspirational and useful advice on how to improve your relationship when you're going through emotional and physical problems, as well as practical ways to bring back passion and connection in your marriage. Let her know that you want her not just for her body, but also for the time you spend together. To protect your copy, click on the first comment on the pin, but act fast because there aren't many left. Take advantage of this chance to change your romantic and mental lives. You might think that spooning is just a type of affectionate intimacy, but for many mature women, feeling safe and at ease in their partner's arms is crucial, and spooning off gives them just that. It's the ideal combination of affection and pleasure, making the moment special. When a woman is in this position, she feels protected in her partner's arms, which brings a sense of security. And guess what? That security doesn't lessen the passion, it makes it burn even brighter. When a woman feels safe, She opens up emotionally and physically, and that's when the magic happens. According to a research I read, partners who cuddle like this feel closer to one another. This makes sense, even if spooning can appear like a straightforward method of intimacy. In reality, it's an opportunity to create a deep emotional connection that will make the experience even more memorable. While you're spooning, whisper something lovely into her ear. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It might just be a comment about how gorgeous she is, or how glad you are to be near the reverse cowgirl. Spooning is a great way to create anticipation and progressively increase pleasure, making things more exciting when it's time to move forward. However, keep in mind that you have the chance to touch several sensitive parts of her body, so don't rush. A gentle touch on the neck or a kiss behind the ear can make everything even more intense. The third tactic is to use reverse SEO to obtain more control. Close contact is an opportunity to connect both physically and emotionally, fostering a sense of comfort that may pave the way for something even better in a mature relationship. Keep in mind that creating something gradually can have a lasting impact. Let's discuss a job that many older ladies find to have deeper significance despite its seeming excitement: the cowgirl in reverse. She takes charge in this capacity, which could drastically change your relationship at this stage of life. Women have discovered a lot about their interests in the opposite KGA. For a woman who has frequently been under pressure to live up to expectations, she has the authority to choose the interaction's pace, angle, and intensity. Possessing this authority can be immensely liberating. My friend told me that Lee is liberating and fulfilling her. She said that the first time she tried this position, she felt amazing. It wasn't just the physical pleasure, but also the confidence that came from having control over everything. She realized that the sense of power was just as important as the pleasure itself, making her feel strong and wanted, which affected her partner as well. This is where you come in. Even though she's in charge, you still have a role to play in supporting her and giving her the freedom to explore. Research indicates that a woman's happiness increases significantly when she feels in control of her own pleasure. Therefore, rather than merely observing her party, give her affectionate remarks, tender touches, and looks that make her feel even stronger. Additionally, from her position, you can see every detail of her body, which makes everything even more exciting. However, it's not just what you see, it's what that image means. It shows that the woman is confident and knows what she wants. This serves as a reminder of how strong confidence can be, particularly during a time when many people believe that passion has faded. Don't undervalue the emo effect of the reverse cowgirl. In the end, the reverse cowgirl isn't just a comfortable position. It's a place where she can demonstrate her confidence and freedom. And for you, it's an opportunity to appreciate all of that, because confidence is the most potent aphrodisiac at this stage of life. You create a new level of intimacy when she feels safe exploring without fear. It's like saying you're in charge and I trust you, and it makes all the difference. Let's talk about how to read her body, because rhythm is important for pleasure. We can focus too much on technique or positions, but what matters most is connecting with what she feels. Everyone has a unique way of moving, so it's important to learn to recognize that in order to make special moments, this doesn't happen right away. First, keep in mind that an older woman's body may react differently than it did when she was younger. For example, a study found that for women over 50, the 6-Yule response can be slower, but also deeper, and last longer if they take the time and are patient. Rushing isn't always a good idea. Imagine her body as music. Sometimes the melody is slow and soft, and other times it builds up to a huge peak. It's your job to listen to that beat. If her breathing quickens or deepens, you're probably hitting the right notes. You should also pay attention to how she responds to your kisses. If she arches her back or closes her eyes, you're probably hitting the right notes. Sometimes we think we have to guess everything, but asking simple questions like, "Do you like this?" or "How do you feel?" can lead to even more pleasure in being open. For instance, changing rhythms doesn't make you less attractive. Rather, it makes you more connected to her. Start slowly to create anticipation, then pick up the pace when you feel she's ready, but be careful not to make any abrupt changes. For women, rhythm is more than simply how you move. It's also about how you feel. The single phrase or whisper at the right moment may transform everything. Being present is more important than just doing things. It's what makes you feel loved, valued, and understood. The key to reading a woman's body is being flexible and paying attention to details. This is what makes a time special. Never forget not only what you do, but also how you do it, and the connections you make along the way. Since this isn't a race, there is no finish line when it comes to pursuing your fantasies. The more you practice reading her body language, the more powerful the experience will be. The fifth. Let's discuss our aspirations once we become 50. Studies show that both men and women continue to have sexual fantasies well into their 60s or 70s. The bravery to talk about these fantasies is what separates couples who achieve them. Contrary to popular belief, this is a great time to explore desires you may have kept hidden for a long time. The good news is that your partner may also have fantasies. Opening your heart and sharing these desires can be difficult, but once you do, everything becomes much more enjoyable. This is a great time to talk about those small desires that have been bothering you. Start with something simple like, "I've always been curious about," or "Have you ever thought about?" When trust is present, everything becomes much more enjoyable. A new degree of intimacy develops, establishing a secure environment where you may speak without worrying about being judged. Remember that fantasies don't have to be big. They can be as simple as trying something new at home, altering the scene, or organizing a trip to a special location where you can escape the routine. What matters is stepping outside of your comfort zone, discovering and rediscovering each other, and paying attention to what she says. Allowing your partner to express her desires without passing judgment on them is an important step that can help you discover a hidden spark after the age of 50. The freedom to explore new sensations and rediscover yourself at a time in life when love, trust, and intimacy are even stronger is what fantasies are all about. If you feel like you've tried everything, you still have more to discover. All you need is the bravery to try. Being mature isn't a problem. It's an opportunity to learn new things. The next time you're with your partner, keep in mind everything we've talked about, both individually and as a couple. Life is too short to not enjoy every moment, so if you've read this far, please let me know in the comments that you enjoy this channel, and remember to turn on the notifications. Belle, how are you today? My name is Laura, and I'm here to discuss significant topics that can improve your life on a daily basis.